Yesterday we were working on my mother's house, but today we have to work on getting water. It's an important thing when you're living out here. You gotta have water. So that's what we're gonna do.
So I have our water pump here that we use to transfer water from the river into our water tanks, and the last time we took it out to use it, it was barely pumping any water, and we had a filter for it, but it had gotten run over, so we just stopped using it and hoped that we could stop stuff from getting in there just by holding it away from the rocks, but we inevitably failed. And the other day when it stopped working, we thought rocks had gotten in there and blown the impeller to pieces. So I took it apart to replace it with the impeller off of another pump that we had that broke. And it turns out it wasn't broken. It was just clogged with rocks. Here. Lots and lots of rocks. And a crayfish. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I'm just in the process of putting it back together, and then we got a working pump again. Which is better than the alternative of having this thing blown to pieces. So, I'm gonna get onto that.
We've had some issues with that pump, primarily that we lost the filter that goes on the end of it. So before we use it again, we have to run to town and figure out some new way to screen debris from getting sucked up into the pump. If you haven't figured out yet, we get all of our water out of a river we own some of, like 1,700 feet of both sides of it, and we get it right out of there. That's where we get the water for the house. We don't drink that water unless it's been filtered, but that's where we get our water from. So we're gonna run to town and we're gonna go try to craft something to make it so stuff like rocks and crayfish don't get sucked up into our pump. Got some screen for free, which was nice. This is scrap that they had. And I was able to find that they had a filter just like we need. It's got thicker holes in it, and so I already wanted to do the screen, but over it from our past one, but this one's even bigger, so screen's a must. And then the best, well, maybe not the best part. The best part is they had what I needed here, which isn't always the case. I'd say I'm like, to be fair, probably 25% of the time when I come in here, they got what I need. So it's pretty cool to find this, but I got everything I need to go from here to here so that we can quick connect with our hose and then right into the filters. So this is gonna make everything a lot easier. Now we just have to get home and get this all hooked up and then get ourselves some water because we're basically out of water. As far as I'm concerned, you cannot come to Ava, Missouri if you're hungry and not stop by Jean's to get a snack. It's like a little health grocery store. So I'm gonna go into Jean's and get a snack. Summer sausage. From a company in Minnesota, of all places. We used to buy this when we lived back in Minnesota.
Here, I'll toss you over the strap.
This other pump work?
What other pump?
Yeah. All right, well.
That was for the thumbnail.
That was quick though, right?
Yeah, I think
Compared to the last time.
we've been getting junk in there.
Well, ever since we
For a
took
while.
that filter off.
Yeah.
Maybe a little before.
There was a lot of like big stuff.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Let's do it to it, man. I think we're only gonna get this one load in tonight, unfortunately. But hey, we got our pump fixed.
Yeah, that's nice. It actually
And
worked.
we got that net worked great. So
It did. Water's cleaner than it's been in a while.
yeah, we shouldn't be loading up our sediment filters quite so much. Why are you bringing it down here?
I don't know, because I figured that'd be easier.
I never put it down there. Unloop me there. Thank you. We take this hose over here. This is our 550 gallon transfer tank. So we pump into here. This water is, you know, it's a crystal clear river, but it's obviously dirty water. We consider it contaminated. So this is contaminated water. We then go through treatment over here with a pump that treats the water. We also shock the water usually with a little tiny bit of bleach. And then it goes in our big tank, which is behind me. And that's a 2,500 gallon. And if we have the 2,500 gallons full, that lasts us like a month, like a good month. So we happen to be running really low, so we had to come get some. Eventually this will all be done with rainwater catchment, and hopefully we'll be able to pretty much live off of rainwater. Anyway, let's get to pumping, Lawrence. Lawrence is about to turn on the little pump that pumps through a 1-inch line, or 1.5 inches, I forget. That's that pump right there. So that's now treating this water and sucking it out of here. I think we're like a 2-inch line, and then we're inch and a quarter, or something like that. If we're moving fast and not videotaping, it takes us about 30 minutes to go down to the river, get water, come back up for a round trip. All right, you ready to hit it? Hit it! It might be that I'm showing off a little bit. Normally I don't hold it like this, but I thought it would look cool on camera, so normally I just hold it like this. It's a lot easier that way, but it doesn't look as cool. This will actually pump that 280 gallons in just a handful of minutes, couple 2-3 minutes. So it's quick. If you're gonna pump out of a river or something, you gotta get yourself like a 2-inch pump or bigger. About 2 inches. Almost done. One inch. 1 inch. Well, that is the end of another day. That's how we get water out here in the middle of the Ozarks. You might be asking yourself, why not a well? Answer is that they're expensive, and I don't really have the money just cash-wise to spend maybe upwards of $15,000 on a well. So we are just taking it out of the river, and we'll see. Maybe we'll get a well sometime. If we are blessed with enough cash to do that, we will probably do that. We've also talked about running a pipe down to the river. We're about 1,500 feet from the river here, so we could always go straight down to the river. But anyway, thanks for coming along today. I think tomorrow we'll be back working on my mom's house, so I hope you've enjoyed these, and I hope you have a good night.